Hello, this is a short video showing a tip of how to start off in Bossa Nova. It's a little tricky coordinating the bass notes of the Bossa Nova, so starting with a simple chord structure is the key here. I believe to start out that you should basically use as few chords as possible. In this particular sort of video I was only using two chords. That's the E major and the B minor. They're two shapes. I use three chords, but those are the two basic shapes. So the E major 7 and B minor 7. And to get the B minor 7, I barred the entire B chord to make it simple to play, and then slide down to the A minor to add a bit of interest to the shape. So basically, if I started off on the E chord on the second string on the A string. So looking at my other hand, basically all I'm doing is alternating and then I use these three fingers on the third, the fourth and the fifth strings to play them together. So I'm going between the E and the B string. So if you notice, my middle finger on the top is just going between those two chords. And then when I change to the B minor, I'm just barring the whole so from the B string, obviously the 7th fret, all the way down, just straight put my finger right across. And then back to the E major. That's pretty tricky to transition there between those two. So you can play the E major in a different way. You can play it like this. And then you simply just take your finger off. So that's another way to do it. And then basically when I go from the B, then I just go down to the A and just slide down. So basically it's just a matter of being able to coordinate the bass notes. So the key is to start off simple and to start off slowly. Use as few chords as possible. Obviously use enough chords to make the sound interesting, otherwise you'll get bored of playing it. So these ones tend to be a nice little mix. So they tend to mix nicely, so you get a little bit of a movement going in it. So it's not boring to practice, you just keep going and keep going. One of the problems if you just play major chords or not play anything else to mix it up, you'll get bored with it, I think. You know, I would anyway. So that's why I use those, but use simple chords just so you can work out what your left hand's doing, get your coordination right, and then maybe then move on to, you know, different type sounds like. So you can move around with it afterwards, but I would start off very simple, start off slowly, and then once you get a bit more confident, then maybe start to add more chords into your repertoire in that particular case. So yeah, I'd say start slow, start with simple chords, and yeah, and then obviously build up from there. Okay, hope this helps, and see you next time.